This podcast is brought to you by Most Valuable Podcasts, saving your day from boredom with the best podcasting entertainment.
What's up? Real MVPs, Ricky Whitmer here, and welcome into another prediction, brother. The guys from Heel Talk, Soapy Muffin, Ricky Whitmer here, brother. We're here to predict another pay-per-view. How you doing, Soapy mother brother?
I'm doing all right. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
So I was editing the last Heel Talk we did, and you know what I completely forgot I did at the beginning? How you mentioned it sounded like you were constipated. And I was like, yeah, that's just Randy Savage. Oh yeah. And it just made me laugh again. Because he kind of does. He kind of sounds like he's constipated. But Soapy, we're ready to, my dogs, for some reason, are excited about this pay-per-view. But we're here to make predictions for Backlash. And Soapy, I hate to say it. I'm going to say it right off the bat before we get into everything. This should not be called Backlash. It should be called Midlash. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I mean, this is possibly one of the most mid cards I've ever seen in my life. Like, it is. This is just rough.
And I know right off the bat, people are like, "Whoa, guys, way to hype us up for a pay-per-view." Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe blank. Is basically what I'm going to quote here because... Oh, I thought you were going to finish it.
No.
Here's my thought before I do housekeeping. We really get into everything. I've had this thought. I kind of expressed it to you before we hit record. I want to know what the people out there think. Should WWE just take the month of May off? Because we hype and we build for the hype of WrestleMania. We have WrestleMania. Just take May off. Don't have a pay-per-view. Or if you want to, maybe they should do kind of like what they did for like New Year's resolution and day one, where it's like, okay, instead of a big branded pay-per-view, we're going to kind of do what we see NXT do, like what they did with Spring Breakin', where it's like a special Friday, a special Monday, where it's like, okay, this is going to be a special thing. Or, fancy idea, how about we make the draft great again? MD, what would that be? MDMA? I don't know how you would pronounce that, but
I feel like that's an acronym for something else.
MDMA. Make the draft great again, because I'll be honest, the draft was kind of mid this time too.
You know, I'm checking this real quick.
What MDMA
all right, well,
is?
Ricky, we can't call it that.
Why? Give me a hint of why.
It's a drug.
Is it?
Specifically an illegal drug.
Oh.
And, I mean, if you want me to say it, I can.
I mean, sure. I mean, it's
ecstasy.
Oh, we don't want to do that. No, I've never done ecstasy. I don't plan on doing ecstasy. We definitely don't want to MDMA then. But basically, we do, like, you know what they should do? Instead of doing, like, because I know it's, like, popularized where it's like, oh, we want to make it where the picks come out and we select the picks. Go away with that. Do it how you used to do with the bant, and it's like the rotating faces and it goes beep, 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 beep. Like, give me surprises of who I'm going to see and actually have people switch brands. Because the first night, barely anyone switched. Braun Breaker was probably the only one.
It's also, draft people in the correct order of where they should be drafted. The fact that it took, Drew took to the second day of them doing the draft.
That was storyline, though. That was storyline. I'm okay with it.
But Ricochet went first day? What?
Well, you gotta wait until he's not on SmackDown. So, Soapy, there's a soft brand split. Sometimes he can be on
Speed or whatever it's called.
Yeah, he's gotta wait until the Raw draft for that. But enough stalling. Housekeeping really quick. Discord's down below. Go ahead and join it. The prediction sheet that Sean makes for us. Thank you to Philly Sean, one of our mods in the Discord. You guys can make predictions along with us down below in the Discord wrestling chat. Sean puts it up each and every pay-per-view. You guys can join along with us. If you want to support us, the Patreon page, you can check that down below as well. If you like these, hit the sub button. If you love it, hit the sub button. If you like it, hit the like button. And then let us know down below in the comment section anything. If you don't want to join the Discord and have your predictions in there, let us know down below. Either way. And also, I didn't mention this last time. I'll mention it this time. Soapy and I will be live for Backlash. We'll be live streaming it. So maybe we can make Backlash fun with a little stream, because I'm just not looking forward to this pay-per-view. And also, I kind of want to warn people, this is going to be NXT Stand and Deliver all over again. Probably the We Agree podcast with these predictions. But Soapy, I have the order in which we're going to go. I have my predictions. I hope you have yours. Also, I forgot to mention, if any matches are added on SmackDown, MVP vids on Twitter, MVP_vids, we're going to tweet out the additions for those, because any matches that are added, Soapy and I will make predictions. We'll add those on Twitter, because they're probably going to add a pre-show match. But Soapy, we're going to start off with, to me, the most irrelevant match on this card, and there could be a few here. The Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, defend their women's tag team titles against the Mosh Posh tag team of Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill.
Man, I love we're starting off with a title change already. It's the only one that's happening tonight, so let's run it. Yeah, no, realistically, they're going to win.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Bianca and Jade are just... They're going to use that as the catalyst for why they feud in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Where, like, it's easy enough to do it now. Mind you, I don't really like the pairing. I understand why they're doing it, because it's to get Jade on TV more, get her, get people used to seeing her. Like, it's just, I don't really care for the pairing. It just kind of feels like it kind of just feels contrived. And realistically as well, like, I hate to say it, but, like, the women's tag titles just suck.
Yeah.
It's
funny how you could say they're held by an actual tag team now. Carter and Chance, you could say that was an actual tag team. Most of the time, they're not held by an actual tag team. I'm sorry. Whatever name you wanted to give Bayley and Sasha, not an actual tag team. Naomi and Sasha, not an actual tag team.
Yeah, like the last full women's tag team. Like, I would count Katana, or I would count
Chance and Carter.
Yeah, I'd count them as a tag team, because they tag teamed and stuff down in NXT. So it's like, I would count them.
Would you count the Kabuki Warriors who hold them right now?
I wouldn't, and it's just because they're too and it's just because the last time they were a thing, they were a thrown together tag team.
Yeah.
And it's basically they just put them back together because for some weird reason we don't know how to use Kairi Sane as a singles talent in the big year of 2024. After we literally saw her have a great run in Japan the second she got to go back. So just do that again.
I'm looking here. The only, and I'm going to cut you off for 2 seconds, the only actual tag teams, Kabuki Warriors, if you do, because the only thing is they're a part of Damage Control, I guess. So it depends on how you categorize them. Carter and Chance, I would say yes. It was Chelsea Green and Sonya, and then Chelsea Green and Piper. It started as a no, but then with Piper, it kind of turned into a yes because they're a tag team. Like, they're an actual tag team now?
I'd still count it as no, but...
I would say Raquel and Liv, no. Ronda and Shayna, no. Becky and Lita, no. Damage Control, Dakota and Io, that was an actual faction that held it. So, right? That would be a tag team.
I mean, I guess close enough.
Bliss and Asuka, no. Aaliyah and Raquel, no. Naomi and Sasha, no. Carmella and Queen Zelina, no. Nikki and Rhea, no. Natalia, Tamina, nuh-uh. Nia Jax, Shayna, nuh-uh. Asuka, Charlotte, no. Nia, Shayna, no. Bailey Banks, no. Bliss Cross, would you count Bliss Cross? They were
together for a little bit, yeah.
Okay. Then okay. And then the true tag team that held them, the Iconics.
Hot minute.
Only a one-time reign for them.
Yep. Yeah, don't worry, I already know it's gonna be people like, well, what do you guys count as a tag team? Look, all right.
solidified.
When you just don't take when you don't just take two random people that you just don't have something for and put them together, that's when I count it as a tag team.
Yeah.
For anyone who, may have a problem with that.
I didn't say my prediction. I don't know if I did. I agree with you. Bianca and Jade, the only title change we're probably going to have. We'll wait and see on that. Going from one match going up against a tag team and a Mosh Posh crew, going to the men's side, not for a title or anything, because neither of them have them. We have RKO or KRO. KRKO? Yeah, no, RKO. RKO works because it's Randy, Kevin, Owens. Randy Orton, KO, against the Bloodline team of Solo and Tama Tonga. I called you Solo.
Solo. I'm not wearing a black hoodie, all right?
Soapy. I don't know why I called you Solo. I think it's because, here's the thing I was going to bring up and why this went into... This is the one where I was like, I don't really know who I'm going to pick. And the reason why is, storyline-wise, which way is WWE going to go? Solo has made it clear since WrestleMania winning matters. However, he can't win a match. Winning apparently matters. So are they going to play into it? KO and Randy win. Solo still can't get wins. Or winning does matter. Tama Tonga is here to help Solo get on the winning ways. They have the Bloodline win to build up Solo. Well, and Tama, but I think Solo.
Yeah, I think what they're going to do, I think that Solo and Tama are going to... I think realistically, they're going to have it Solo starts to get built up as like an actual threat and not a guy who just loses all the time, specifically to LA Knight on house shows. I mean, let alone that it's the same spot every single time from every house show that pops up on Twitter. Yeah. Solo's just sitting in the chair getting hit with the microphone. The fact that there's at least like 13 different videos from different arenas of that happening is insane. But I think that KO and Randy can afford to take a loss. Realistically, Randy could lose for the rest of the time he's in wrestling and no one will care. Same with KO. I think Solo and Tama Tonga need the win. It's to start building them up as like an actual credible thing to where they're not just beating up KO every week. Realistically, KO's going to feud with the Bloodline till the day he retires, and then his son Owen will take over if he gets into wrestling. Yeah.
Here's my question, and this might be me reading into stuff. Saw on Twitter today when I woke up that apparently John Cena is in France. I wonder why John Cena would be in France randomly. Is he just there for PR with WWE, or is he going to show up at the show? And would this be the match that he gets himself into because John Cena Bloodline have had some tanglings?
I think he's just there for PR reasons. I don't think that Cena's going to get involved. Because realistically, what they'll probably do is they'll probably do like a post-match beatdown where Solo and Tama are beaten up. KO and Randy afterwards. And then that's like if Cena gets involved, that's when he'll show up. Like if I had to guess, that's what they'll do. Like I don't think he shows up in the middle of the match to help. Just because the fact that realistically, Cena's getting old. He probably isn't ready to be in ring again.
But then Jay can come out and Jay can help. Or not Jay, Jimmy. Jimmy can help, I mean. Brothers get him confused all the time.
Jay doesn't care anything about Samoans anymore.
No, Jimmy. Jimmy is who I was talking about.
Yeah, no. Realistically, what they're gonna do is like Solo and Tama are gonna win. Like they'll have it that those two will win. They'll probably do a beatdown to build them up. If Cena gets involved, he gets involved. If not, then womp womp. We just watch KO get beat up again.
And yes, I do know the hypocrisy in my comment that, yeah, Jimmy, you beat the crap out of me. I'm now injured, but I'm going to come out and help you. I agree with you, though. I settled on the Bloodline. And to me, it's like I wanted to say the funny thing of like, oh, they're just going to have them lose. But I think that this Bloodline, like Tama Tonga coming in, you want to give him a nice showing. He's going to help give Solo the boost, and it's going to go along with, no, Solo wasn't losing because of him. He was losing because of the other stinkers. Roman, Jimmy, Jay, they were the ones holding them back. They're the ones of why I was losing. I was a pawn, and Tama is building me up. That's why I'm going to go with the bloodline with this with you. Then we move on. We got 3 title matches, Soapy. Real short card here. So the first one, we have a triple threat match for the WWE Women's Championship. Bayley, who's the retaining champion, coming in. Naomi and Tiffany, who are the challengers. I'll go first here. One thing I remembered coming in is there was a little bit of a complaint during our Dynasty stream that I would always let you go first, and it gave me some unfair advantage because I could just piggyback off of what you say. I don't know if this is the pay-per-view where going first gives anybody an advantage.
Yeah, no, it's literally, I'm pretty sure me and you agree on every single one, so this doesn't matter.
I think we do, because both of us said we're probably not going to see many title changes. I wanted to, just for the lulz, just for the Vine, Soapy, I wanted to pick Tiffy time because Tiffany Stratton on Twitter, happy birthday, Tiffany. By the way, it's Tiffy time's birthday today as we're recording this, but she has said that she's going to be a future champion in WWE. However, I feel like both Cody and Bayley, even Damian, you're not going to have them have a short 1 month title reign. That would be ridiculous. Yeah. I got Bayley winning this one.
Yeah, the same here. Like, realistically, it's Naomi's going to take a fat pin.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
that's why Naomi's in this, to take the fat pin.
Yeah, like, let's be real here. Naomi came back to get pinned. Like, I hate saying it because I really do like Naomi. But, like, we knew it was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Naomi's not really done anything since she's come back, and I mean that in the nicest way I can before someone tries to think I'm being a douche about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, like, I like Naomi. It's just, I understand that Naomi hasn't been used very great since she came back.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's definitely, like, her kind of getting the chance, to get the title. Cool. She's going to lose, but cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now they put Tiffany in here, and it's like, all right, so they're building Tiffany up a lot more than they're building Naomi up.
Yeah.
Where, like, realistically, people will still like Naomi even if she loses, just because there's, the history behind it. But
is Tiffany going to win Money in the Bank? Is she going to be Miss Tiffy in the Bank?
I think there's a good chance. I don't even know the other women that'd be in the Money in the Bank. But
Ricky, it's about 2 months out. We got all the way till July for that.
I was going to say, who knows? The random person they may want to win will show up and cash in on the same night.
Oh, watch. Lyra will win, cash in on Becky at Money in the Bank. Because they called her up from NXT. I mean, hey. Or even better, Blair Davenport wins Money in the Bank, wins the title, pushes her right to, just shoots her to the moon.
And that's in bad faith. He was fired.
Is that in bad faith? Cameron Grimes is one of my faves, dude.
Yeah. I can't believe
we're taking Dogecoin to the moon. We're going Dogecoin to the moon.
They actually put him on the moon. I can't believe it.
But
they launched him into space. He's gone.
Both of us are saying Bayley in this one. It's kind of easy. Same thing with the next one, the Raw Championship, the Heavyweight Championship. Damian retaining. Jey Uso is coming in here. I've got Damian in this one, and here's my thought. Jake called me out for it. I was talking to him, and I said, I wouldn't mind if Jey won. And Jake jumped all over me. Whoa. No. You have to be on the Damian bandwagon, because you said that if Damian doesn't have a long title reign, that the Money in the Bank is ruined, and that it has to be a long title reign. Damian's going to win. A long title reign for me is if he SummerSlam at the least. Give me that. That's a solid reign for Damian. I've said it on this podcast, Soapy. You've heard me say it numerous times. Bash at Berlin, SummerSlam, kind of the sweet spot of the earliest this title reign will end. The only thing with this one, I'm picking Damian to win. Before you give your prediction, what's the story? Where is Jey gonna go from this? Is this gonna be a multi-feudal thing? Where we get this at here, we get it in Saudi, and then we get it at Money in the Bank? Or is this a, hey, we're giving Jay a main event match again because he got one when Seth was there, but it's not quite his time to be that main figure?
I think this will be like a one-off thing. He'll kind of go do his own thing again, like on the side, and eventually probably come back. Just realistically, I think Clash at the Castle is when Damien's title reign's going to end. So, like, I don't know. Oh, I think to Drew. I think they're going to give it back to Drew because then they're going to have the Cody Drew. They're not Cody Drew. CM Punk Drew. Because they're hell bent on giving. They're hell bent on getting plastic filled. I'm sorry.
Plastic Phil?
Yeah, because he breaks really easily.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. You're going to give the title to a guy that he had one match in WWE and got hurt?
It was the Royal Rumble match, okay? And he got hurt in a Royal Rumble match before.
Yeah, or
they're hard matches,
had,
dude.
like, 2 successful matches in AEW as a champion before he kept getting hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, we can't give little Peabody Phil, the chance to get hurt again.
Peabody Phil.
I can't wait till someone just calls me a hater. I do it just to piss people off.
Oh, dude, like,
well, like realistically, I think Damien's gonna win. I think that Jay. It's the weird thing of, like, I stand by my opinion. I don't think Jay is a main event guy. I know they're doing the whole main event Jay thing. Like, to me, I just don't find either of the Usos entertaining on their own. Like, I think Jay is definitely better than Jimmy, but at the same time, it's like, I think that's comparing poop to slightly not as bad poop.
Trust me, go back and watch WrestleMania Night 1 to see Soapy's opinions on the Usos.
Yeah, no, like, it's... Like, realistically, I don't think either of them are, like, solo stars. Realistically, like, at some point, could Jay be, like, an IC title guy? Sure. That's the highest I think it gets. Because realistically, I think that this is the opposite of, like, a Marty Jannetty situation of where, like, both of them kind of stink on their own.
Well, and I'll be honest, that's kind of the weird thing about Raw right now is, like, so the 2 guys that I think are the main event guys, the, like, main event title guys, Gunther and Drew. However, the Drew feud, I don't think the CM Punk feud needs a title. And on the other side,
we didn't think Rock Roman needed a title, and they damn near almost did it with a title.
Dude, what I would love, let's say Clash at the Castle is where it ends, right? I will take your Drew, put in Gunther to that match. Gunther beats Damian with Imperium for the, well, now it's just Ludwig.
Just Ludwig.
For the heavyweight title. He's got Ludwig ringside with him. At the end of that, either at the end of that match when he's got the title in the air, where he's holding it up 2 hands, or the next night on Raw, we hear the Mad Dragons music. And at Bash at Berlin, we get Ilya Gunther 1 for the title. 1 of 3. Run it back from NXT UK. Run it back.
May as well. I mean, Big Nose does love just repeating stuff he did in NXT.
But is that too soon? Because I would want that 3rd one to be WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, you could space them out pretty far. So, like, I think that you could do that. It's just the whole problem of, and this is where I kind of go with, like, this is my problem with the draft. Obviously, we can talk about this at a different time if we don't want to include all of this.
No, go ahead.
But my problem is Raw is so stacked compared to SmackDown. Of, like, there's too many people in the main event now.
Oh, okay.
The fact that, like, I think that they took too many of the people that are, like, the solid main event guys and put them on one show.
Okay.
Because realistically, Drew needs a belt. As much as I don't view him as this, they're treating Damien like a main event guy. Gunther's going to be there. CM Punk's going to be there. So you have the 4 guys right there. Then it's also, as well, realistically, they'll find some way for Sammy to challenge for the title again. So 5. So, if I remember correctly, the Bloodline's going to Raw.
Yeah.
They're going to have Solo and Tonga going there. Yeah. So we're like, there's so many people that are going to be involved in the main event scene of where it's just like, all right, cool. Who gets lost in the shuffle?
So we just found
our SmackDown though.
We just found our topic for Monday on Heel Talk.
Yeah. I mean,
because I think I have a little disagreement with you that I don't want to get into right now, because we'll go for about an hour and not talk about Backlash at all. Because I'm on the other side.
I'd rather talk about that.
Because I'm on the other side of, I feel like there's only 2 guys on Raw that I see as viable main event guys. Not guys that they're trying to push as main event guys. 2 guys that I see, Drew, Gunther, those are the only 2 main event guys. Now, the SmackDown roster, I haven't looked at that, but I could see Cody, I could see AJ, I could see LA Knight. Yeah, could see all of those 3.
Well,
Even that's 3.
That requires them to finally pay off when they were saying, like, guys, good things come to those who wait. I've been waiting a whole year for LA Knight to do anything. All he's done was beat up Solo 13 times.
I would even put Logan as a main event guy over most of the people on SmackDown right now.
I mean, fair.
Because Logan's impressed me.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll save it for Monday. Or we'll save it for Monday.
So both of us got Damian in the Raw match.
Yes, sir.
That leaves us with the last one. I'll let you go first on this one. Cody Rhodes, first defense of the WWE Championship against AJ Styles. A match that has never happened.
Obviously, AJ Styles is going to win, guys. Don't we know? AJ's the phenomenal one. He's going to win. It's not like Cody's going to totally win his first title match or anything. Ever. It's Cody's winning. Like, as much as I want to, as much as I want to be the absolute, butthead and just keep doing the,
You were really selling me there. You were really selling me. You made me believe for a second. You made me believe. Yeah.
I mean, hey, who knows? Maybe I'm a member of the Wyatt Six or whatever the group's going to be called.
By the way, Howdy. It was announced today, Eric Rowan has signed a contract with WWE.
I love that they're just going to keep putting him in a mask. That's the only way they can get people to care about him.
But just don't have him bring out a cage, dude.
Yeah, don't have him have the mechanical spider again.
Oh, that gimmick was so bad.
Realistically, let's be real here. Anyone who thinks it's going to be AJ, I hate to burst your bubble. They wouldn't have Cody have to wait an entire year to beat Roman for him to lose the title in not even in a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd love for AJ to get one final title reign. But, let's be real here. Cody's going to hold the belt for a hot minute.
Well, and
so
this is the other reason why I bookmarked this with what I said at the beginning. I've got Cody winning also. So we agree. Nobody is moving ahead of anybody here, Soapy. We're all going to have the same. I'll stay on top for a little bit longer. But even looking back to last year, Bianca retained, Theory retained, Rhea retained. You had Cody beating Brock, which many people thought would happen, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Bloodline versus RK, basically Riddle and then KO and Sammy. They won that match. Pretty much the only reason last year's Backlash was as hyped as it was because, oh, hey, look, we got Bad Bunny versus Damian, which was a fire match, one of the best entrances, I think, in WWE, period, with the entire arena crystal clear singing Booker T when Bad Bunny was coming out. This card doesn't have that, though.
Yeah, it's one of those things that Backlash is always such a rough pay-per-view.
There's just no surprises. We got them all at WrestleMania.
Well, it's also the fact of we're 3 weeks removed from WrestleMania.
Pretty much
3, 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, they're trying to build up an entire pay-per-view worth of feuds in 3 weeks. But one of the weeks, the entire week has just been dedicated to, guys, look, the draft is happening.
I would rather the draft be their pay-per-view TV special instead of a pay-per-view.
Yeah, I think, at least now this is what I would do.
Go ahead.
I would have you go WrestleMania directly into the draft. Not wait a couple weeks after WrestleMania.
So the week after?
Yeah, so WrestleMania ends Sunday, Monday the draft starts.
Okay.
Because then at that point, you're giving it at least to where it's not a week before pay-per-view that the draft's happening.
So
'Cause
basically,
realistically, we kind of knew who was going where. Like, if you're feuding with someone on SmackDown, you're staying on SmackDown. Like, they were going to keep Drew and CM Punk together.
I like that because you do it the Monday and Friday immediately after WrestleMania. That then gives you 3 weeks. Okay, new established rosters. It gives me 3 weeks of these rosters to build to Backlash.
Yeah. Like, that's the thing. It's either that or move Backlash at least back a week.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're getting it the first week of May.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it's
and then what?
Because
then the next pay-per-view is...
King and Queen of the Ring in Saudi.
Yeah, because then what's the date for that?
That is... Give me a second. I'm going to pull up the entire pay-per-view special.
King and Queen of the Ring never really has storylines anyway. But
yeah, the thing that by the way, for that one, the thing I wish they're going to do, but they probably won't, is yet again, I'm an Attitude Era kid. I liked it when they had not just the final of the tournament on the pay-per-view, they had the semifinals into, or like back in the, like, and I know that you have King and Queen, so you can't do this exactly. There was one year in the Attitude Era where they just said, yeah, the whole King of the Ring tournament is just on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, because that was what? I think that
was 97? Yeah, around that time. I think it was the one the Rock one. I think that was the one where it was Rock Foley or something like that.
The Stone Cold one.
You might be right.
It was the Stone Cold one was the whole pay-per-view.
So this year, so Backlash is this Saturday. King and Queen of the Ring is what, 21 days? May 25th?
Yeah, like realistically, I think bumping Backlash at least back a week. Because realistically, going into King and Queen of the Ring, you don't have a lot of storylines going into.
And let's be honest, it's a Saudi show. I don't know how we're doing Queen of the Ring in Saudi, but we'll see.
We're gonna have the women wrestle in t-shirts, no ring gear, t-shirts and jeans, baby,
or Nia Jax
this is
gear.
We have to have everyone dress up like they're in backyard wrestling. They're wrestling in t-shirts and jeans, no skin showing.
Oh, what if they just did like boneyard match style matches for the women? Pre-tape stuff.
I don't think I mean, you may as well.
Just for us. Just for us. Well. The Saudi arena, they get a dark match. They get a male dark match. They can get it.
Yeah, they can get it to where it's like, hey, you guys see them wrestling in like street clothes. We see them in an actual match.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, no, it's rough because it's one of those things of where, like, Backlash just suffers because one, it's always so close to the draft every year.
Yeah.
And two, it like, and this is primary the thing I don't like is Backlash. It's also just this whole thing, and it's way that WWE handles post-Mania, of where it's like, no, like Monday and Friday right afterwards, start building stories again. Like, don't sit here and just pitter-patter and be like, guys, look, WrestleMania happened, yippee! It's like, no, continue to carry that momentum forward.
Yeah, and like...
the problem is, like, now, because realistically, they've had like 2 weeks of build, or technically 1 week.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, and I'm looking at the pay-per-view schedule between Backlash and King and Queen of the Ring. So if I go back up to it, it's so from this Saturday, 1, 2, 3, there's 2 weeks in between the pay-per-views. There's 2 weeks in between Backlash and King of the Ring, but 2 weeks between King of the Ring and Clash at the Castle. 3 weeks between Clash at the Castle and Money in the Bank. It's not until after Money in the Bank where it's like, okay, we get 3 full weeks, 4 full weeks, technically, between, I'm talking about, we get 3 Saturdays between Money in the Bank and SummerSlam. We get 3 full Saturdays between SummerSlam and Bash at Berlin. Like, after Money in the Bank is where it's like, okay, we go back to stretching out that time.
Yeah, to where, like, I think, realistically, I think it's just, one, getting rid of pay-per-views you don't need. Because it was, what was the pay-per-view they got rid of last year?
Hell in a Cell?
No, there was one they got rid of last year because it gave us like 2 months of build to the Royal Rumble.
Oh, the December one, TLC. TLC. Yeah, TLC was always in December.
Yeah, so they got rid of TLC to give us like the 2 months. Realistically, like I think WWE's at its best when you give them a lot of time to build up to it. Or like I think getting rid of a pay-per-view like Backlash, getting rid of King and Queen of the Ring, is realistically, I just think they're defunct pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Like they're one of those things that like they never really lead to anything. Like 2 people have ever benefited from King and Queen of the Ring, and that's Stone Cold and Booker T.
There was the last time we had a TLC match or a TLC pay-per-view was 2020. So 2021, 2022, 23, and now 24. December has been replaced with that's NXT's month. NXT has their big pay-per-view in December. Soapy, do you know what the main event of TLC 2020 was?
No clue. It's gonna be some absolute doo-doo match.
I will give you a hint. It is a very special stipulation match that is linked to a very, very, very specific character and could possibly not be used with anybody else. The character is no longer with us.
All right, so it's Bray. It's the Fiend.
It's the Fiend.
Is this Fiend versus Seth Rollins?
No. Different male star in a Inferno
Braun?
match.
Oh, it's not Braun then. Oh. I'm trying to remember who he had this match with.
He's
I
still
remember
around.
because this was not good. Braun's still around?
He's on the back. He's on this Backlash card.
Oh, God. I wanted to say Sammy, but it's not Sammy.
This guy's teaming with Sammy's partner.
With Sammy's Randy Orton?
It's Randy Orton. It was Randy and the Fiend.
That's when he got lit on fire.
Yep.
That's when he had the weird like burn mask of where it's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah. The entire card was so Drew retained in a triple threat match TLC for the WWE Championship. That was with AJ Styles and Omos and The Miz and Morrison. Sasha retained her SmackDown Women's Championship in a singles match against Carmella with Reginald, who's now no longer going to be with the. He's no longer going to be with the company. Scripps is leaving.
Miss him. I miss him.
The Hurt Business of Cedric and Shelton with MVP defeated the New Day in a tag team match for the Raw Tag Team Championships.
And I can't believe we're starting to just job Cedric Alexander out.
Asuka and Charlotte defeated Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler by pinfall for the WWE Tag Team Championships. Roman defeated KO in a TLC match for the Universal Championship. And then Randy defeated The Fiend in an Inferno match where he lit Bray on fire.
Man, what a fun time.
Pre-show was Alpha Academy, Biggie and Daniel Bryan defeated Corbin, Zayn, Cesaro, and Shinsuke in an 8-man tag match.
Man, don't we love when WWE just used to do these like villain super groups for no reason?
Let's just put them all together, man. Mosh posh.
Yeah.
The Vince
just
McMahon.
Literally every person who's a bad guy.
The Vince booking.
I'll never get over the weird pairing of Baron Corbin, Bobby Lashley, and Drew McIntyre. Just randomly reforming like the Avengers every couple months to fight the Shield.
It was like the heel version of 3-man band, baby.
But be a 3-man band. I'm just saying, Heath Slater, come back to WWE, win a championship, complete the prophecy.
Jinder did it.
It's your turn.
Jinder did it. Drew did it. Heath,
it's your turn.
The tag champs don't count, right? It's got to be a singles belt.
It's got to be the singles main belt.
Okay.
Heath, come finish your story.
He's gonna beat Damian.
Oh, he's gonna beat Cody.
Oh no! He's the one to dethrone. He wins Money in the Bank, and that's how he does it.
Yeah. He's going to come in and complete his story. Cody's going to go to beat him, and he's going to like, Cody, please don't pin me. I have kids.
I have kids. You have a girl. You understand.
Yeah, you have a kid. You understand.
Oh, but this is going to do
Would
it
he-
for for our Backlash predictions. Not even talking about Backlash anymore. I got one last question. And it's because Jake and I were talking about this. If you lived in France, would you be mad that it's like, would you be upset that like, wow, this card is mid? Or would you be excited if you were going just because, wow, WWE hasn't been to France in forever?
I'd be excited. It's the same thing that happened with Australia.
Okay.
Australia's card was pretty mid.
But they were excited.
Everyone's
for
like,
it.
hey, don't care. We get to see Rhea Ripley. They're like, we don't care that Bronson Reed's also from here. We don't care. Send him home. We don't care.
We don't care that Grayson Waller is also from here.
Yeah, we were just like, hey, he got to show up. Pretty cool. And everyone's like, what about Bronson Reed? Like, no, you stay home.
But
You don't
Maurice,
listen to Big
but
Nose. You get to
Maurice
stay home.
isn't on the card, man. Maurice has got to be on this card.
And
Where's the Miz?
No. at home,
The Miz and Maurice. So
filming a new season of Miz and Maurice.
this has also
Miz and
been
Mrs. whatever they're called.
This has also been an edition of the We Agree podcast. Is very rarely this happens. Soapy and I agree on everything. We've got Bianca and Jade for the tag titles. We got the Bloodline in their tag match. Bailey for the women's title. Damian for the heavyweight title. And Cody for the WWE Championship. This is where you guys come in. Let us know either down below in the description or join the Discord. Compete with everybody in the MVP universe. You just got me. What I do.
Yeah.
I look over and I just see somebody do this. Compete with everyone in the universe of MVP for your predictions. Philly Sean,
And the
thank
got a
you.
lot smaller.
Thank you for putting together the sheet like you do each and every pay-per-view. Hit the sub button if you like what you see. The last heel talk later because, draft got busy. Not WWE draft. The NFL draft got busy. Our heel talk is up on the YouTube channel. Soapy and I'll be recording the next one on Monday. I think we found our topic thanks to Soapy. I mean, the draft happened, but thanks to Soapy, I think we found our topic for that one. Hit the like button if you like this video. Helps with the algorithm. Socials, they're all down below. Thank you guys for everything you do. Come watch Backlash with us on Saturday. It starts at noon Eastern? Or is it 11 Eastern?
Let's hope I'm awake by then, because
I think it's noon Eastern. I think noon Eastern is when. Look it up. We'll be live for it. One of us will. Some of us will.
Most likely you.
Thank you for everything you guys do. And as always, have a good day, everybody.
Bye.
As always, we'd like to thank the people who make these videos possible, our patrons, whose names are displayed on the screen now. If you'd like to become a patron, click the link in the description below, and if you'd like to check out another video from MVP Entertainment, hit the video in the upper left. As always, thanks for watching.